covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thanks for joining us for the latest news and weather where you live. I'm Tiffany Lee.
And I'm Joe Ellison. The latest ruling coming down from the Arkansas Supreme Court says the abortion rights amendment won't appear on the 2024 ballot.
Justices say signatures gathered by paid canvassers don't count. Arkansans for Limited Government filed the original lawsuit and argues that the Secretary of State was using viewpoint discrimination to unlawfully disqualify their amendment while qualifying the casino and medical marijuana ballot items.
This isn't the end. AFLG specifically feels very strongly that we cannot stop fighting until Arkansas women have access to health care and have bodily autonomy and can make decisions about their own bodies without interference from the government.
The marijuana folks were able to comply with that provision. The casino folks were able to comply with that provision. The abortion folks didn't, for whatever reason, they didn't. If they're looking for someone to blame, I'd like to get them a mirror because they're responsible.
The marijuana and casino advocates also joined the lawsuit. We're still waiting on the state Supreme Court's decision for those measures.
And voters in Siloam Springs will soon decide if alcohol will be sold on Sundays. In a 12-1 vote, the Benton County Quorum Court approved holding a special election to put the issue before voters. It would show up on the Benton County ballots on November 5th. And the Arkansas Justice Reform Coalition hit Washington County with a lawsuit, claiming the county is misusing federal COVID relief money for a jail expansion project.
This lawsuit argues the U.S. Treasury doesn't allow the funds to be used for that. Sarah Moore, executive director for AGRC, says that they've already spent $20,000 on the lawsuit, and they expect to spend at least $70,000 more.
In June, the Washington County Quorum Court approved to spend $100,000 to fight the lawsuit.
The county has now filed 2 motions to dismiss our case. We still have, stayed the course, and we have done our initial disclosures.
All right, well, we reached out to the Washington County there, but they haven't gotten back to us.
Before we get to more headlines, let's send it over to Zach with a check of today's forecast.
All right, thanks, ladies. We got the heat cranking back up again, heading back towards more summer, late summer, August-ish temperatures, if you will. We had a below average stretch, 3 straight days with temperatures widespread in the 80s. Very nice for us. You're not ready to last just yet, right? Fall hasn't officially started, but boy, did we have a taste of fall for those mornings, especially. All right, so we're bumping up the heat, which means highs are going to be in the upper 80s, low 90s, overall around 90 degrees, northwest Arkansas, 80s in the mountains. And then as we get into the River Valley, temperatures cranking back up, had a nice stretch of 80s here. Hard to put together back-to-back days in the 80s in the River Valley in August, but we did it. We're thankful for it. Now back to return to more August-like temperatures, low 90s widespread across the southern half of 5 country. Hotter afternoons mean we're not going to cool off as much during the overnight hours. Muggier air is not going to cool off as much as that drier air. We'll see more 70s mixing in the next couple of mornings. Going to be a hot day Saturday. Now Saturday will probably be the hottest, muggiest day of the weekend. Upper 90s for northwest Arkansas. This is when you factor in the mugginess. We'll see highs in the 90s, but feels like temperatures 100 up to 105, especially there in east central Oklahoma. Maybe a shower trying to cool us off. Some cloud cover could work in. We're watching some energy diving out of Missouri. It's going to try to hold together if it can and maybe extend just far enough southwest. We could get some added cloud cover and maybe a scattered shower or 2 late morning, afternoon. Weather team's going to have our eyes on this. This has kind of picked up just a little bit here in the last 24 hours. We'll certainly keep you updated into the weekend, ladies.
All right, thanks for that, Zach. Well, keep your eye on the weather and pick the best time to head out to the Washington County Fair, which is in full swing with 2 more days to go of good food and rides in Fayetteville. The carnival opens today here on Friday at 5 o'clock and then Saturday at noon.
All this week, local kids have been showing their animals and winning blue ribbons for their dedication to raising livestock. Today, they'll wrap up the competition with supreme showmanship.
And in Greenwood, the Sebastian County Fair is a great place for a weekend full of food, rides, and rodeo. The rides will be open this morning for school kids heading to the Midway, and then on Saturday, gates will open at 1 o'clock.
The Junior Livestock Auction is also back this year, along with the rodeo, which is tonight at 7 and tomorrow at 6.
So on Friday night, we'll have bull riding and bronc riding. And then Saturday, the crowd favorite, mutton busting. And then that'll be followed by a ranch rodeo. So we try to get the kids involved every way that we can.
The Junior Livestock Auction is happening Saturday night at 6.
Saturday is also Senior Citizens Day. Tomorrow morning, those 55 and older can enjoy a brunch period with exclusive access to the fair, and it starts at 10:30.
The Fort Smith International Film Festival continues today at Temple Live.
This is the 4th year of the Fort Smith International Film Festival, but this year is coming with several significant firsts. There are more films to see this year, with 201 total and 34 feature films. That's twice the amount from previous years.
Part of the reason for that growth is the launch of the Mid-America Film Market, officially putting Fort Smith on the map as a movie market. That means the films shown here have a chance of being distributed.
The whole idea is we have filmmakers here. We're bringing in people who want to buy films, and so we're trying to marry the two together, because what we have, our currency are our filmmakers and the amazing stories that we have here. Who knows? You come here to the Fort Smith International Film Festival, you may see that film come up on one of the big streaming services or even on a cinema screen.
That jacket there is fantastic.
I think we need one,
I
right?
think
Just
so,
add a
too.
mic to it.
It was looking good.
Yeah, it was. You can find more details about times and tickets for the film festival on our website.
Yeah, but for now, thanks so much for joining us here on this Friday. Catch up with us again right here next week for more. Have a great weekend.